Japan is often praised for its safety, technology, and tradition. But behind the glowing neon lights and silent trains lies a hidden crisis. It's not economic or political, it's emotional. Millions in Japan suffer from chronic loneliness, and most never speak about it. In this video, we uncover the untold emotional toll in a country where silence often replaces support, and suffering hides behind routine. Beneath the busy trains and glowing city lights, there's a silence growing deeper every day. It's called loneliness, and in Japan, it's not just personal, it's national. A quiet crisis affecting millions, from schoolchildren to the elderly. They live among others, yet feel completely alone. Why is this happening in one of the world's most developed nations? This is the untold side of Japan that most tourists will never see. In 2021, Japan did something shocking. It appointed a Minister of Loneliness. Yes, a real government post. The reason? A sharp rise in suicides, especially among women and young people. Over 40% of Japanese adults report feeling lonely regularly. Elderly people die in their homes alone and are found weeks later, a phenomenon called Kodokushi. Imagine dying alone and being missed by no one. This isn't just an emotional problem, it's a social disaster. In a country full of people, more and more are vanishing into silence. What's causing this massive disconnect in such a high-functioning society? In a land known for order and precision, something deeply human is quietly breaking. Japanese culture values silence, independence, and emotional restraint. Expressing sadness or asking for help can be seen as selfish or weak. The result? People silently suffer, pretending to be okay while falling apart inside. Office workers, or salarymen, spend 12 to 14 hours a day at work and often go straight home, with no time for friends or family. Many young people become Hikikomori, shutting themselves in their rooms for years. They avoid all real-world interaction. Elderly citizens, especially widows and widowers, go days or weeks without a single meaningful conversation. This isn't just tradition, it's emotional starvation, and it's becoming more common with every passing year. Japan is a global leader in robotics, artificial intelligence, and futuristic innovation. But ironically, this technology is now filling emotional gaps. People are renting friends, hiring actors to play family members, and even buying robot pets for companionship. In homes across the country, conversations happen with machines, not people. The digital world is replacing human warmth. While tech gives convenience, it's also replacing real relationships. The more people rely on screens, the more distant they become from one another. It's a modern paradox, advanced on the outside, empty on the inside. And while the devices respond on command, they can't replace the healing power of real human presence. Recognizing the growing crisis, the Japanese government has started to respond. Campaigns for mental health awareness have been launched. Community centers for elderly connection are being rebuilt. Helplines are open for emotional support. And yes, a full-time Minister of Loneliness now exists. But loneliness isn't just a government problem. It's a deeply human one. Policies can provide support, but they can't force people to open up or rebuild relationships. Real healing requires time, trust, and empathy, something that can't be created by policies alone. The government can only open the door, society must choose to walk through it, and that's the hardest part. Behind every statistic is a real person with a silent story. Like Kenji-san, a 72-year-old retired teacher, who hasn't spoken to another person in over a week. He eats alone, lives alone, and his only companion is the television. Or Yui, a 19-year-old girl who hasn't stepped outside her bedroom in 3 years. She lives in complete isolation, communicating only by text with her mother. These are not rare cases, they represent a rising trend. Loneliness is not about being physically alone. It's about feeling invisible, like no one would notice if you disappeared. And in Japan, this feeling is spreading fast, especially in the shadows of crowded cities. Japan may be leading the headlines, but it's not alone. In 2018, the UK appointed its own Minister for Loneliness. South Korea is facing similar isolation issues, especially among the elderly. Even in countries like the USA, Germany, and China, loneliness is on the rise, fueled by technology, urbanization, and social detachment. The world is becoming more connected than ever, yet emotionally distant. Japan is simply the loudest alarm bell. A warning that modern life, for all its conveniences, may be making us lonelier. The more we automate connection, the more we lose something deeply human. This isn't just Japan's story, it's the world's future if nothing changes. Loneliness isn't always loud. Sometimes, it hides behind smiles, routines, and busy lives. Japan teaches us that even in the most advanced, organized societies, emotional emptiness can grow quietly. So we ask, are we truly connected, or just digitally attached? Could this crisis be brewing in our own communities? Maybe someone around you, a friend, neighbor, or even family member, is silently struggling. Or maybe, it's you. The fight against loneliness isn't just Japan's battle. It's global. And it starts with noticing the unnoticed, and reaching out before it's too late. Human connection still matters. Let's not forget that.